Hey, Roadrunners, welcome back. You know what week this is. You know who we're playing tomorrow, but I'm still going to have to say it. It's Texas State week. We're playing the Bobcats. We've got them at home. At home, we play pretty good. At home, we play pretty good. That's going for us. What's going against us? They had a tune-up game against Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan has never been a good team in my life. I mean, they were cannon fodder for everybody, right? They have something like 4 winning seasons this millennium, something like that. 5 winning seasons, maybe. I'll let you look it up. But let's talk about their game. From what I know about their game, just looking at it, I didn't get a chance to watch it. I doubt any of y'all watched it, right? But anyway, into the first quarter, they're up 14-3. At the half, it was 24-17. So Eastern Michigan had a little bit of mojo going with them into the second quarter, right? To pull it to within 7. But then after that, it was all Texas State. I mean, they won 52-27. They had 600 yards of total offense. We had 400 yards of total offense against a much better team, right? So how do you look at this game? I think the only thing that we have to worry about is they got a live practice, that we got a live game, if that makes sense, right? Sure, they kept score for Texas State versus Eastern Michigan. Absolutely kept score. They're 1-0. But wouldn't you have liked to have played Incarnate Word before playing Texas State? Of course you would. Of course you would. This out of conference is more of a meat grinder than all of y'all think. Because too many of y'all picked 10-2. Too many. Too many picked 10-2. So they looking 10-2 and not even looking at what we have to do. On the road at A&M. On the road at Colorado Springs. Or wherever Colorado State is, right? That might be Army. I'm thinking of as Colorado Springs. I mean, Navy, Army, Navy, whatever. Air Force, right? And then home with UIW and home with Texas State. Texas State had an easier game than we did. Easier opponent than we did. They got a chance to work out any kinks. But they might not even know if they have kinks. They didn't get pushed back, right? They didn't get punched in the face with a running attack. We punched Texas A&M in the face with a running attack. But yeah, so we have to hope that our offensive line continues to play well. Our defensive line, front 6, continues to play well. We punt the ball well. And we pick it up in the passing game. We have to have a better passing game than we had against Texas A&M. We just have to. So Texas State gave up, if I'm going to look at the stats here, they gave up in that game, excuse me, my thing went, team stats. They gave up 391 total yards. I wish I could see it by quarter. I mean, I guess I could have looked at all the drives and everything. But they gave up 248 yards passing, 143. They didn't give up any yards rushing. So maybe they got a stingy defense, but we need to look at that. And you'll know right off the bat, if we can't run against them, it's going to be a long game for us. It's going to be a long day in the Alamo Dome. Owen has to connect with his receivers far more. There were too many drops, right? There were some drops. And he has to connect on any long passes down the sideline. Those weren't even catchable, right? I'd rather have him intercepted if he's going to throw it deep on 3rd down than an incomplete pass and then we punt. I would rather have that 100% of the time because at least it's in the area code, right? I'm not too sure what to think of Texas State. I didn't look at the game. I guess I could have looked at highlights, but that didn't really tell you anything. I didn't watch the game. I'm going to have to start watching some of these opponents we play a little bit closer. I do in a roundabout way, but this past weekend was just weird when we played. And this week I'm just trying to make sure I get everything done with work with this quick turnaround from San Antonio. I'm going to be in San Antonio three weeks in a row, right? 3 Saturdays in a row. And if I'm just watching the game, yeah, fine. But now I've got to create a video. I've got to process the video. I've got to make sure it comes off my iPhone because that's what I use. Then I got to make sure that it is ready to go. We got to block. We got to pass the ball. I'm not really worried about the running attack. To be honest with you, I'm not. But we better connect on passing plays. We need big time performance from Overmeyer and Thomas. We need big time performance from those tight ends. That's the secret to our offense. If they don't have big plays, if they don't get those third downs, we struggle every time. So when Oscar was healthy for us, we didn't struggle as much. Yes, we had Frank, don't get me wrong. But we didn't struggle as much because he was always open. He was catching everything, right? Until he started getting banged up, being used a lot, playing a lot of football. That happens. I just want to, if I look at the box score, their quarterback, Noah Kim, 23 of 34 for 248 yards. That's Eastern Michigan, sorry. But they had 2 guys play for Texas State, Brad Jackson, number 8, and Keldrick Luster, number 6. They used number 8 a lot because the other guy only threw 1 pass. They pulled away, so I'm wondering how much time they gave to their backup. He's a freshman, 6 foot, 200 pounds. Looks like he's got a great QB rating. 2024, 8 of 15, 141 rating. This year, already 189 rating, which makes sense. 10 rushes for 48 yards. So maybe they're running the read option, which of course everybody's running that in college now. Nobody's not running the read option. Sorry, I'm adjusting my chair a little bit. Tell me what you think. I'm still sticking with this is a tough game for us. I want them to prove me wrong. I absolutely want them to prove me wrong. But I don't have the confidence that this is going to be an easy win for us. Not whatsoever. We are too inconsistent. Now we played as good of a game as anybody could play in the situation coming off the season that we had going into a top 25 ranked team, right? They were ranked the top 25. I think we represented ourselves pretty well up until they just pulled away and we stopped executing. So the only thing I can say is look at the offensive line. If we come out of this game with a victory, our offensive line holds its own, our defensive line gets the quarterback, our passing is fixed, right? And our secondary isn't leaving guys wide open. Maybe we see what our real defense is going to look like. Is not wide open. Then I will 100% go with 9 wins. Because how we played against Texas A&M we come out, we play like that, we pull a victory off against Texas State, then I think 9 wins is absolutely acceptable. I'll change that. We lose this game, I'm not adjusting. Just not. That's how I feel about this game. But let's go to our stats, just so I remind everybody, right? We have a 57% chance of winning according to the ESPN, whatever their percentage winning is. A lot of that plays into home field, right? We're loud. It's harder on them. But don't think they're not going to have enough fans to make enough noise against us, right? And we got enough knuckleheads that don't know when we got the offense, when we're offense to shh, right? We got enough of those knuckleheads. But they had a running back that put up 167 yards. It's Robert Henry's 177. Again, Eastern Michigan versus Robert Henry. For Robert Henry going against Texas A&M, right? Receiving, they had a guy get 82 yards. Amador was our best at 41. We didn't get any sacks. Their leading tackler had 9 tackles. Payne, our guy Banks, had 7 tackles. But we were getting to their quarterback. It's just we couldn't close the deal with the sacks, right? It's going to be very interesting. Very interesting. So, kind of wild. They beat UNT. I didn't realize that. They played UNT in a bowl game, and they beat them 30-28 last year. Last year is a different team than this year, but we had our way with Coastal Carolina. So maybe I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. Here's all I know. The game's at 2:30. Expect madness. Prepare for madness. Bring the madness, right? I really hope Robert Henry has another big game. Reason is because I want to see Peterson, to see what Peterson can do. Henderson looked fine to me, right? Henderson the second looked fine to me. But I want to see Peterson, the USC transfer. I want to see, because he ran over some Aggies, and I want to see him punish some guys, right? I want to see him punish some G5 guys, G6, whatever we are now. Who cares? I want to see him punish not top 25 defense, right? I want to see what that looks like. Like I said, we really don't know. And that scares me about this game. They had a practice, a live practice, live scrimmage, whatever you want to call it, with Eastern Michigan. We went as best as we could against a top 25 ranked team. I wish I'd watched Texas State play Eastern Michigan just to see what Eastern Michigan looks like. But, I mean, we know they're not, oh, my word. Let me get to there real quick. I want to see Eastern Michigan. They play a team called Long Island. Somebody else played Long Island. That's kind of wild. Long Island University Sharks. That's kind of cool. I'm trying to see like the last. Oh, here we go. So Eastern Michigan has won lost their last 5 games to Western Michigan, Buffalo, Ohio, and Toledo. Let me see let's go a little bit further back. Man, come on. Yeah, whatever. It's not worth it. We don't know. We don't know. That's a long way to travel for a Midwestern team that has to play Labor Day weekend outside in the heat. Because I guarantee you in August and July, Eastern Michigan ain't got that kind of heat. Oh, it'll be warm. Don't get me wrong. They got humidity, right? But they're not getting that Central Texas, Austin, and southward, 95-degree heat. And it was pretty warm Saturday in San Antonio. I ain't gonna lie. I was there. It was warm that day. So, yeah. We got a work cut out for us. But I'll be there. You be there. Tell me what you think. Give me a prediction. Tell me what you think. Give me a prediction. I'm not going to give a prediction because I don't know. We just got to come out with a victory. Peace out. Birds up.